Hello, and very happy to see you on my channel. This afternoon, we give you a piece of breaking news. Harry and Meghan were forced to dissolve their Royal Sussex charity. This morning, according to reports, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have officially shut down their Sussex Royal charity. Reports suggest the couple has filed official paperwork with Companies House to dissolve the Royal Foundation. The couple's move to disband their charitable organization follows the Queen's decision that Harry and Meghan can no longer use the word royal in their branding. An insider told Newsweek, following previous announcements that the Duke and Duchess will not be using the name Sussex Royal and will not continue with the foundation in its name, paperwork has been filed with Companies House and the Charity Commission to formally close the charity down. This will appear on the online public record in the coming days. The charity formally enters a period of solvent liquidation. Meanwhile, according to another report, Travalyst is a company where Meghan and Harry can feel like they are making groundbreaking changes with their virtue signaling, while at the same time lecturing to people who can barely afford to do what they do in a year, which is jet around the globe and talk complete balderdash to anyone dumb enough to listen and donate. Our source guess is they'll try to convince people to travel the world by rowboat, get paid for it, and convince the gullible lot who fall it that it was their own idea. This source added, they have to be fuming behind the scenes that they have lost Sussex Royal. That was the brand that mattered, the only brand that could have brought in the big dosh, and even in a post-COVID world, that potential would have been diluted anyway. They are left with Travalyst, a name that sounds too much like travesty for comfort. And does what exactly? And then there is Archwell. The brand refused because there were no signatures on the legal papers, and because there was no actual description of what the whole thing was about anyway, because even they don't know what it will be yet. They desperately scrounge about for the cause of the day and attach themselves to it like limpets, hoping it will generate much-needed dosh. It's imploding fast, and Meghan's attacks on the royal family, now for lack of protection, are going to guarantee. But it has rumored that they have to dissolve the Royal Sussex Foundation because they cannot legally take money from it to line their own pockets. The Travalyst and Archwell charities are probably set up so they can take the majority of the money generated as salaries and costs associated with running it. In the end, 3% will be donated and 97% will be used to pay for their lifestyle. Indeed, a Royal Anonymous expert also warns what a daily embarrassment these two are. I said to the family she was a disaster in the making. It gives me no pleasure in seeing it unfold. What an idiot Harry was. Who marries someone without meeting their father, especially someone with his upbringing, who should have had the good manners to ask for her hand? She hasn't stuck at anything for more than 2 years. 3 religions and 2 marriages before the age of 36. She's no role model. Harry and Meghan first began using the Sussex Royal branding in 2019, after they split their household from that of Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, known as Kensington Royal. In this transition, they set up the charitable organization Sussex Royal, the foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But after the couple decided to step down as working royals and move to North America, officials made the decision that the Sussex Royal title would still need to be re-evaluated. A statement they released at the time struck a more hostile tone in some sections, and said that neither the government nor the Queen herself owned the word royal internationally, but they would nonetheless stop using the title. It was also revealed this week that Meghan felt unprotected by the royal institution because it could not defend her against stories in the press that angered her but were true, sources have claimed. Meanwhile, many fans on Daily Mail, also angry with this couple, said, I wonder what level of arrogance you need as a resting F-lister actress and a retired squatty husband to think you have sufficient knowledge of the travel market to be sufficiently qualified to guide the business safely through the next decade or two. Do they imagine what the grandees of the travel industry, with all their accumulated experience, wisdom, and understanding, are so devoid of ideas that they need advice from 2 rank novices? A fan agrees and replies to her, when we have either of them, do anything remotely eco, they're the greediest, most narcissistic pair of hypocrites with zero credibility. I really hope they flop on the $1 million speaking tour, let's be honest. What have they got to say that would be vaguely interesting? They both have droning voices while spouting off about mental health. Diana and the bandwagon trend of the day. However, the next fan said that I don't think to shut down Sussex Royal was their choice, although they'd like us to think it is. They are not supposed to be using the royal connection to generate cash for themselves. Charity? Yeah, right. So, of course, Travalyst is independent, because it all goes to them in a roundabout way. The hypocrisy is utterly astonishing. This is a woman who made a transatlantic return flight to watch her friend play a tennis match. And now she's going to preach to us about ecotourism and saving the planet. Please stop it. I can't take it anymore. Another also thought and said, I don't believe this Travalyst will get off the ground. I read their website and there is not much there to truly explain what these few people involved want to do. I don't see air travel changing much in that the general public will continue to fly commercial as cheaply as possible, and where they want to go. The 1% of the population with excess funds will continue to travel by private jets. Why would they give up their luxuries? Some will contribute to the environment to offset their carbon footprint. And you know darn well that Harry and Meghan will fly private at every opportunity. The last one concludes, anyone noticed it is always the narcissist to name first? Harry is the add-on. And if we haven't cottoned on that he is being ghosted and not needed, then he is more stupid than we thought. The arrogance of this middle-aged woman is unbelievable. You are going on about the stepsister, but my goodness, is she being proved right over and over again. We continue with another news. Lady C disgracefully compares Meghan Markle to Adolf Hitler in a vile outburst. Meghan Markle has been compared to Adolf Hitler by socialite and author Lady C in a vile outburst as she releases her new book on the royals. Speaking on Fubar's Radio's Access All Areas to hosts Joanna Chimotis and Stephen Lang about her new book, Meghan and Harry, The Real Story, the writer said that while she thinks Meghan and Prince Harry set out to do the right thing, in her opinion, they are not. Lady C said, I have no doubt they tell themselves they're doing the right thing, but we also need to remember that history is littered with people who thought they were doing the good things. I only have to mention Adolf Hitler. Not that I'm putting them in the same camp as him. Not stopping there, the socialite added. It doesn't alter the fact that Adolf Hitler thought he was doing good for the world. Mao Zedong, who also killed hundreds of millions of his own people, thought he was doing good. So I'm sorry you know, history is littered with people who are deluded enough to think that because they want to be black and white, that black is white. Black is black and white is white. While Lady C admits she has spoken to neither Harry nor Meghan when writing her book, she claims she has spoken to countless people around the controversial couple. In an awkward clash live on This Morning Today, Lady C hit out at host Philip Schofield after he seemingly mocked her for not trying to speak to the couple themselves. Enraged, Lady C insisted that if one is trying to write a balanced autobiography, then it is better not to speak to the subjects involved, as they will only try and spin the book to be more favorable on themselves. Recalling their clash, the former I'm a Celeb star viciously continued to Fubar. Oh no. It got touchy from the very beginning, if I recall correctly. He attacked me and thought he was going to ambush me and that I would end up looking like a fool. And he's the one who ended up looking like the fool that he is. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle's $1 billion wedding claim labeled unrealistic by royal experts. As I said in the previous videos, papers filed by the Duchess of Sussex's legal team as part of her ongoing High Court battle claim that her marriage to Prince Harry in May 2018 has generated €1 billion for the UK tourist industry. But the claim has been deemed unrealistic by royal experts. Andy Barr of PR firms 10 Yedis challenges the huge sum, saying, €1 billion total revenue for a royal wedding doesn't sound realistic at all. It's a huge sum and the stars would really have to align to get even half of that. Even if you were to take into account the longer-term values from travel and tourism, it's still a long way off. If I was forced to speculate, I would say a maximum of 250 million euros. It certainly added value to Meghan's own brand, however. A previous estimation of the money generated for the public purse by the wedding stands at 300 million euros by consultants Brand Finance. The Duchess's team also claimed the wedding was personally funded by HRH, the Prince of Wales. Documents say any public costs incurred for the wedding were solely for security and crowd control, to protect members of the public as deemed necessary by Thames Valley Police and the Metropolitan Police. And you? What do you think about my news? Please tell me in the comment section below so we can discuss. Don't forget to like and share my video for anyone you think would be interested. Also, subscribe to my channel to get more news from the royal family. Now, have a nice day and see you in the next videos.
Hello, yes, right now Harry is in the mess. That makes the public boycott his charity. The chatter in the middle of so many things, that makes Harry bold. Harry has been a lot of turmoil since marrying Meghan. He has aged many wrinkles on his face beside his spoiled wife. Likes to be the leader, but the knowledge is empty hollow.